The first thing I did was make the mock meat, and I use walnuts, and I was running really low, but so I just finished it off, and sun-dried tomatoes that I make myself. I'll link a video on how to do that, and then some pitted dates. And I never measure anything. It's just I just eyeball it. That's how I like to create things, and I hope that doesn't bother too many of you, but that's how I like to do it. And then I soak it in purified water. I don't time it. I do it for like an hour or two. I'm really not strict about it. And then I drain out the liquid, put it in a food processor or a blender, and add namashoyu, garlic powder, and cumin. And that's really the only seasoning. You could add red pepper flakes if you want it spicy, and then just make it the texture and consistency that you prefer. I like it kind of chunky. And then I always I try to make more than I need, and then I can just reserve the rest for later. And it's just great to use on lettuce tacos or pizzas or anything really. And then I've got my Sea Snacks raw nori sheets. These are by far the best raw nori sheets I've ever had. Usually they come toasted, but this brand makes them raw and they're delicious. It's just seaweed. There's not even salt added, but they taste wonderful. And then you're just going to fill your nori sheets with your mock meat, and you can decide how much you want to add. I like to be pretty generous with it, but I'll just put them on the edge closest to me and then roll it up. And if you need any help kind of rolling this, you might want to add a little bit of water. I just wet my fingers and kind of let it drip on the nori sheet, because right now the nori sheet is pretty dry and the mock meat is moist. So that's how I do this. And then you can add a little bit of more water just to help seal it. And then here I got my cashew cheese that I made earlier, and I'll link how easy it is to do that. And I decided to use cashew cheese for this one. So this cashew cheese is pretty plain. It's just really basic. It's pre-soaked cashews, sea salt, garlic powder, a little bit of water, and lemon juice. And you can add pretty much anything you want to it in order to change it up, like bell pepper or spring onion or red pepper flakes or jalapeno, anything you want. But again, this one's really plain. So what I decided to do was add sriracha, because that is like one of my favorite sauces ever. Now keep in mind, it's not raw, so use any sauce or seasoning, dried herbs or fresh herbs, whatever you like, to change up the seasoning and make it how you like it. So I wanted this one spicy, and I love sriracha. You can use red pepper flakes instead, or when you make the cashew cheese, you can flavor it the way you want then, or you can just use plain cashew cheese and then season each one individually. I like to make my cashew cheese plain, because then I can, depending on my mood, season it accordingly. But sometimes if I have fresh herbs like dill or basil, I'll be like, let me just make a batch of basil cashew cheese. And then here we have Majestic garlic sun-dried tomato hummus. This is sprouted hummus, totally raw and very delicious and decadent. And I decided to make one using this, and I love the color and the texture and the flavor. So yeah, you just do the same thing with each one, and you can get really creative with this. I mean, if you wanted to add a little mock meat to this one or add mock meat to the cashew cheese one, it's really up to you. And then with this one, I had this like random nori sheet that was a different brand that I really don't like, and I've had it forever, and I was like, I need to get through this thing. So I put the cashew cheese and some umami seasoning, which is like the greatest thing in the world, from Trader Joe's. And this is just a great way to use up this last straggly nori sheet that I've been holding on to for so long. It is raw, but it's just not very good. So I just rolled it up as best as I could, and then I'm going to add that along with the other ones into the dehydrator. So in they go. I put them on one of these perforated sheets, and they were in for, I think, about 19 or 20 hours at 115 Fahrenheit. And this is what they look like at that time. You can see it's kind of shriveled up a little bit. And you know, sometimes when the dehydrator turns off automatically, I just leave whatever's in there. I don't feel like I need to take it out right away. And this was after about 24 hours, and then it just sat there for like an hour. So I like to put it in a ball jar. They may soften up though, but I love them like that, and I also love it right out of the dehydrator. So try it out, see what you think. You don't have to refrigerate them when they're done, and you can enjoy them anytime. They're great while you're watching TV. They're great to take on the go. They're super filling, and just create the ones that you like and the flavors you enjoy, and that just makes it so much fun. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye.